Good morning, 11th graders. Today you are going to be working on your first Packer profile lesson of the year. However, prior to that, you are going to be doing your Battle of Connects activities. So you will be competing today for a donut party. The highest points on the quizzes game will win the party per grade level. So there are four classes that will win. Our door decorating winners from last month were Miss Hamburg, Miss De La Cruz, Miss Alcala, and Miss Landino Green. So we hope they are enjoying their cookies today and that the rest of you will hopefully be one of the donut party winners for next time. Make sure that you work as a class and have your teacher's last name and grade level as your name in the game in order to be eligible to win and to add points towards Battle Connects. We will be updating our points later this week and announcing our winners on Monday during the announcements. Your teacher has the class code that was emailed to them, so you can have them open their computer and get the game started for you. Remember, no using any phones or other devices, just the teacher's computer. And you will want to make sure that you are being fast and accurate in order to have the best chance to win. Good luck. Teachers, you can pause the video at this point, play the game, and then restart the video for the profile lesson. All right, so 11th graders, sorry that said 10th. So 11th graders, today you are going to be jumping into School Links. Some of you may have started using this in some of your classes, and it's an awesome program that will help you in many ways as you are navigating not only high school, but also beyond. Today you're going to be starting with your onboarding. Unless you've already used this in a different class, then you'll have completed this part. But many of you, this will be the first time. You're going to do the Find Your Path assessment, which is the onboarding. You're going to create 2 SMART goals for this semester. You're going to do a focus assessment, and you're going to do a learning styles assessment. So I want you to head over to your Austin High School homepage and hover over students at the top. When you do that, if you scroll down, you will see the School Links option under students, and it's right down here. So School Links. Once you click into that, you will come to a screen that tells you you're going to do your onboarding. So you are going to go through it and you're going to answer some questions. Now, whenever anybody takes like a personality assessment or an inventory like this, oftentimes people will say, that's not me. The more accurately you answer the questions, the more likely you are for this to give you an accurate view of who you are. So you're going to go through and you're going to click on the different questions or statements, I should say, and you're going to select a check mark if that is you and an X if you think it's not you. Now I'm doing exactly what I just told you not to do because I want you to be able to see my results. And you'll see something will pop up like this. So your personality match, it says you're like the director. It gives me some adjectives, which will be helpful to you in the future. It gives some character traits that line up with me, and then my top career cluster matches. Now, if you find that these are not what you're interested in, that's okay. You're not tied to this. But again, answer those questions carefully. And then the fun kind of part on the bottom, those celebrity matches will pop up, and you can take a look at who you think you are or who you see that you matched up with based off of what you did in that assessment. So teachers, at this point, if you would pause the video for your students to take that assessment. Teachers, you are also able to do the onboarding if you would like to see what your results are and maybe even share those with your students or discuss them. Once all students are done, if you could please discuss the match that they had with the celebrities or famous people. And then also, what are your career paths of interest? And does that line up with what you're considering? So please take some time to discuss this as a class or in small groups, teachers, whichever you decide is best for your students. Once you are done with that, you can restart the video for the next step. So the next step is to complete your SMART goals. So students, you have heard of these most likely before, and some of you have probably done some even maybe this year in some of your classes. So you must have 2 SMART goals to start the year off. One must be academic and one can be personal, or they can both be academic. With SMART goals, you want to make sure you are having specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals. So if you go back into your School Links account and you go up here to the top where that top left-hand corner, there's an S. And you can click on that. Actually, I guess I have to click through this. Okay, I didn't finish my onboarding. Okay, here we go. Now I'm at my dashboard. And I can see here are the 3 things that I need to do today. So first one is creating that SMART goal. So you're going to go into that feature and it's really going to walk you through how to create that goal. So I want you to carefully read the directions and come up with your goal. Remember, specific, not I want to be smarter or I want to do better. What does it look like to do better? If you have maybe a D in a class and you're saying I want to have at least a C, that is specific. I can see that that's a specific goal. I can measure whether or not I reach it. I can tell if it's attainable. If I'm at a D or an F and I say I want to have an A, that's a pretty drastic jump unless I just haven't done anything. Is it relevant? Well, yeah, I probably want to pass my math class to graduate from high school. And then timely, how quickly am I going to see this goal come to fruition? So I want you to pause the video here, teachers, and take some time to have students come up with their SMART goals. At the end, please feel free to share a few, spend some time walking around and checking in with students on those SMART goals, and just have some discussion around it. You may pause the video now in order for students to complete their SMART goals. The next step that you're going to complete is the focus assessment. So students, if you are in your SchoolLinks account, then you will come to the focus assessment. This will be another inventory that you will go through where you will be clicking through and agreeing or disagreeing with items. At the end, you will get a document that looks somewhat like this. It's going to assign you to an area. So you can see it said experiencer for me, and it's going to give you really a paragraph with some details about what that means. Teachers, this would be a great time to take some time for your students to find out who has a similar category to them out of the 6, have some discussion about their similarities and also their differences with other groups or as a full class, just to really understand what how they focus and how they really process information and work with others. So please pause the video at this time and take some time to go through that as well. And then finally, students, you're going to complete the learning styles assessment. That's going to take you through and show you a little bit about yourself as a learner. Again, you're going to select the areas that you think fit best with you. Once you have finished that, you will get a list of results that show your visual, auditory, and tactile learning styles and the percentages that go with those. Take some time to read through. Teachers, if you could spend some time walking around and just making sure students are on track with this and are finding out those results. And student, this is a great way for you to be able to understand how you learn and what some learning tips are for you. So for example, you see under the learning tips under tactile here, walk or move around in your seat when learning something new. Try acting things out to help you remember. Lightly tap with your pencil or shake your leg while working or reading, things that are going to kind of trigger for you to remember and recall. So you can stop the video here now as well, have them complete the learning styles survey, and then students take some time to really dig in and see what those different learning styles are for you. Your final step today is to go into your experience tracker, and I'm going to show you how to get there. You're going to enter your service hours that you have completed. As we talked about during the assembly today, it's important for you to be looking at those service hours and seeing what you can do to give back and engage with your community. Not only does this help you with your hours if you're planning on doing the Austin Assurance Scholarship or other scholarships, it can help you to get into different colleges based off of requirements for volunteer hours. Additionally, careers, love to see that volunteering. There are many organizations in our community that is a critical part of what they do as part of their job as well. So, and it's a great way also to get out there and find out what you like to do in the community. So if you go into your SchoolLinks account one last time here, and on this far left-hand side, you've got the S, and then you've got the home button, and then you've got one that says school with the apple. I want you to click on that. And if you hover over, you'll see events, scores and performance, records request, and then you've got the experience tracker. I want you to click on your experience tracker, and you will see here it's got a couple things. Actually, this Packer Pantry one will probably be gone by the time you look at this. But it's got your 11th grade artifacts. You will be putting 2 artifacts in from your 11th grade year, and we'll get to that later. You don't need to worry about that at all right now. But then you've got your volunteer check. So I want you to click on that, and I want you to click Add Entry. And for the organization name, you can just say Get Connected. That is what you're looking at for today. You could say maybe you've already completed 20 hours. What did you do? You can say a variety because you've already done a lot of things probably. And how many hours do you have logged? Well, I have 20 hours logged. What's my favorite service location and why? So give me some details. Maybe it's I enjoy volunteering at the Humane Society because I like working with animals and the people there are really friendly. Or um, I enjoy volunteering at the Nature Center because I like to be outside and working with others, but in the outdoors is my preference. And then how can you increase your hours? So, what do you need to do in order to make that happen? And then, what is your goal for hours by the end of this year? Think about what you need to accomplish, especially in order to be eligible for those scholarship opportunities that come along at the end. As you go through School Links, there are many other ways that this can help you and serve you as a student. You can look at different colleges and schools that you might be interested in for the future. You can look at different career paths and what might interest you. You can look at different programs. So there's so much on School Links that we'll be digging even more into this year. But for right now, spend some time exploring and just getting to know what this is. If you have any questions, feel free to stop and see Mrs. Carlson or Miss Hovland in the IMC. We hope you have a great rest of your day.